What's up, PokePals? View29 back with you again. Welcome to another Pokemon Showdown OU session. If you guys are enjoying this, make sure you smash that like button for us. The next session will be NU, so definitely look forward to that. It will be the offense team that Aiden and I built. Anyway, today we've got a really cool team. I've been going on this website that does really good calls. I want to try another one out. I know it's stack offense again, but this one I decided not to run Mega Sableye because I'm kind of bored with using him. I want to do something different, so we're running stacked offense as it says with Rocks Hippo, Spikes Pharaoh, basically the exact same Spikes Pharaoh so we used last time, Bulky Starmie, Specs Heatran, AV Taunty with the Grass Knot, and defensive Mega Ampharos. So we're not going to use it in NU obviously. We're going to smash it out in OU, and we're going to see how we go. So if you guys could smash out that like button, that would be super duper appreciated. Got my new mic working now, I hope it sounds freaking epic. So he has the Mega Manectric, which is cool, but I do have a Ampharos that basically walls the crap out of that. Fortunately I have Ferrothorn to deal with a lot of his team, and Specs Heatran is fantastic because his only switch into a Specs Heatran is Azu, which is not going to really appreciate that overheat. So Crest is a bit of an issue, but definitely the other thing is he has to spin with Drill to get rid of hazards, which is pretty good for Ferrothorn. Ah, damn, I left it with lefties, but that's fine. It's fine. I think we just want to lead with Taunty, because if he leads out with Manectric, that's cool, because on first turn, I'll outspeed him, and I can predict the electric move and go straight out to my Hippo for free, which is obviously my best play. So I can just go for the free U-turn, get a fat crit, which is nice. I'm just going straight out to my Hippo. I think I left it a Sandstream. He predicts me and gets a crit of his own, so I guess it all panned out fine in the end. As what I can do now is pull a switch out to my Ampharos, predicting another HP Ice, as Ampharos is going to be able to absolutely swallow that whole. And honestly, what I want to do here is I don't really want to Mega Evolve because obviously another HP Ice would suck, but then again he knows that a Dragon Pulse would kill him, so I really want to predict him actually to switch straight out to Drill. I think he's either going to Volt Switch and do it, or he's just going to do the straight switch. So I'm going to go straight back out to Hippo here, as he does try and Volt Switch. So we do catch him there, which is pretty nice. And judging on how his Hidden Power as a crit did 61%, I'm pretty confident I can live another Hidden Power Ice here. He's going to go for it, but we can eat it up and just go for the slack off here, guys. So overall, we're winning this war against Manectric. I actually want to be a really bit cheeky here and just go for my Stealth Rocks, as I actually don't think he's going to stay in. There's no real point to. He's fighting kind of a losing war here, as he will double back out to his Azu as I can get up free rocks. That's pretty sweet. Hippo's at a decent range of health, and my Azu switch in is Ferrothorn, so I'm just going to go straight into it now, as I catch a superpower and die. So this guy is making all the predictions out in this bitch. I feel like my Ampharos on the first turn won't be slower, so that's nice. But I still think my best play is actually going into my Heatran and clicking a Specs Flash Cannon, because with Azu weakened I can definitely just hit up anything on his team pretty darn hard. Overheat would be the better play, but on the off chance he stays in, I don't want my Heatran taking too much damage. So definitely just going to click Flash Cannon here. Specs Flash Cannon is going to blow back this Cresselia. Should not be able to take it too well at all. It actually eats it up, which is terrifying, but 2 more Flash Cannons should do the trick, and all I gotta do is get a Spadef drop on this Cress, and it should drop. So he's running defensive Ferrothorn with Spadef Cress. Okay, that's pretty cool, I guess. Sucks that we lost Pharaoh, because that was a really good counter to a lot of his team. Then again, so is Ampharos after Excadrill drops. Yeah, once Drill drops, we've got a good chance. I'm not really too worried about Banded Azu, because I do have a Starmie in the back, and Heatran, I guess, for the player off, so I have ways to beat it. He's going to take his time here. We're going to Flash Cannon again, hopefully get a drop. He actually goes for the T-Wave. Now, I'm actually fine with him going for the T-Wave here, because obviously he can outspeed me now and get off the recovery if he wanted to, which is cool. If he wants to go down that road, he can definitely do that. But I'm not really too fussed by it, because at this stage, I'm just trying to get a Spadef drop, and he doesn't have all the Moonlights in the world. As I can't seem to get a Spadef drop, he might think that I'm Specs. He might try and go out to Ferrothorn or Azumarill now, or he'll just stay in and do his little shenanigans. There's not much I can really do against this Cresselia, so I'm actually just going to pull switch out to my Taunty, as he does Moonlight again, what I want to do here is actually go for the U-turn to get off a little bit of damage and then pull the switch out into my Mega Ampharos. Just because I knew that he would go for those plays, I suppose, and I figured T-Wave was coming. Actually goes for the Ice Beam, which is also fine, as my best play here is just Mega Evolving and Volt Switching. I don't want to make too many kind of brash predictions here, as he's just going to Psychic. We do eat that, and we can get off a Volt Switch here. It doesn't do too much, and at this stage, guys, we are in a bit of a pickle, actually. By losing, well, actually, Heatran's our best way to kill this thing, but we need to knock off its lefties first, because it's running out of Moonlight, so that's the best thing we can do, is just knock off lefties. There's no other way about it, we just got to knock off his lefties here. Having Heat Wave would have been great for the Ferrothorn, but we do have a Specs Heatran in the back, so I'm not really too worried about that. I'm going to get back into Taunting now and just go for the knockoff, because getting rid of lefties is going to be really crucial in this battle, as he's going to T-Wave me, which does suck, but then again, it's not the biggest of deals, as what I can just do now is go for the U-turn, as he will just Moonlight, but he is, actually I'm fine getting fully powered and taking on this Crest one-on-one. I can't really solo it with Taunty though, because he can just go for the Ice Beams, but if I can wear him down from all of his, I really want to just confuse him, if I can wear him down from all his Moonlights, that's all I really need to do. If I can wear him out of Moonlights, he won't be a threat anymore, and my team has decent recovery on it, so I'm not really too worried now. As he is going to go into Drill, so I predict that kind of nicely, as he's Mold Breaker, doesn't have the Evelyn. Unfortunately, we get fully paralyzed, and that's going to suck. He's going to get for free spin as I go into Hippo, but that's cool, I guess. Yep, free spin, go you. There is no reason for me not to go for Rocks again, as I'm pretty sure he's just going to go to Crest. If he wants to stay in an Iron Head, he can. I can definitely take it because I'm defensive Hippo. So, you know, he can try. But he, yeah, he's Scarfed. Cool. So, Scarfed, that's cool. Goes in Azu here. I really, honestly, just want to predict the Play Rough because it's freaking a beacon to me right now. Starmie looks like the best switch from an absolute mile away. So, I want to predict a Play Rough right now. I'm going to go straight into my Heatran, as I don't think he's going to go for the Waterfall, as he does reveal he's going to go for the Play Rough. So that was awesome. And Specs Heatran from here should be able to do a ridiculously... Actually, no, it's still a 2 KO with Flash Cannon from here to the Cresselia, so I am just going to go for the Flash Cannon. I'm not going to try and play around, it is still a 2 KO if I don't get fully powered, as I do connect. And basically now, I can just stay in and spam Flash Cannon, because he can Moonlight, but he only has a certain amount of Moonlights. So all I gotta do is either get a Spadef drop or just keep on hitting him and not get fully paralyzed, and we got a good chance. He actually doubles back into Drill, which is awesome. As unfortunately I get fully paralyzed, didn't really matter too much, as I do still have my Hippo that comes in every time. Just every single time this comes in, as he's gonna Rock Slide this time, which is absolutely phenomenal for me, because now if he wants to spin, he'll lose his Drill. So I really just want to click EQ here, because he's gonna double into his Azu, and this could kill. It doesn't, but brings him down a good way. Now, what don't I need at this stage of the battle? How am I going to beat Scizor? I feel like I need Ampharos because it can actually beat Scizor, plus I get a free rest against Ferrothorn. I need Heatran for Ferrothorn, definitely. Do I outspeed Azumarill? No, I definitely don't outspeed Azumarill. I don't need to think about it. I do really want Hippo still, because Hippo kind of puts in work against his team. I'm thinking my best play at this stage might actually be sacking my Taunty. I don't really see what it does against him. So I'm going to sack my Taunty to a Waterfall here. As I don't actually end up sacking it. I actually end up eating that, which is crazy. I should honestly be slower than this Azu. But you know what? I might not be. So I'm going to go for the cheeky Grass Knot. As I might actually end up being faster, which is kind of funny. Grass Knot should be able to kill because he looks like he's banded Azu. I actually don't know if I win the speed tie. Yeah, he does win the speed. It's not even a speed tie. What am I talking about? I'm talking gibberish. I get a free switch into Ampharos here though, and I can just get off the rest. There is no reason not to, as a Banded Waterfall will not be able to kill me, and I also could no, I don't have speed. But I don't think a Banded Waterfall is going to kill defensive Ampharos. So I can get off my rest, as he will go into Drill, which is totally cool with me. As Azumarill is going to die to Rocks, unless he goes for Rapid Spin. So all I have to do here is safely go into my Hippo, because now he has to basically sack his Excadrill in order to let Azu get in for free. Because Azu can't come in now on Sand, it'll just die. So I can just go for Rocks, as he's going to go into Scizor. So that's cool. That's cool. This is not his Mega, so I'm assuming it's banded. I feel like the banded U-turn seems super obvious here, so I'm just going to go back into my Ampharos, as he actually goes for the banded knockoff, which is cool, because that just wastes another turn, as honestly, I don't think he wants to stay in and spam, so I'm actually going to double out into my Heatran, as he does go into Ferrothorn, so that's not the best play for me, if I'm being honest, but, you know, whatever. I lose nothing from going out to Heatran here, because he has plenty of Pokemon that he can sack, and Heatran's basic job is just to wall this Ferrothorn. Even if he Leech Seeds, it's cool. He actually goes for Rocks, which is even better, because I have a Starmie in the back that can definitely just go for tons of... what do you call it? I'm just going to Overheat. If he has the Protect, he has Protect. Unfortunately, I get fully paralyzed, but he misses Leech Seed, so I guess it works out pretty well for us, guys. We are going to click Overheat now, and if it does connect, we should be able to kill the Ferrothorn. We do. Awesome. Ferrothorn goes down, which is huge for us. That means that there is not much stopping Mega Ampharos now. The only thing left is Excadrill, which loses to Hippo. Rocks against us aren't a big deal. He's actually going to go into Manectric, which is cool. I guess he's trying to get into his Crest safely, but I lose nothing from clicking Overheat again, as he's going to go for the HP Ice, predicting my Hippo. I unfortunately get fully paralyzed again, as I'm just going to click Overheat one more time, as he's going to T-Bolt, and unfortunately he's going to crit me. That sucks, because HP Ice is going to hurt Hippo. Then again, with the Sand up, we can beat Manectric over time, and Azumarill will die upon entry to Rocks, and we do have the Stone Edge for Crest. So Hippo is definitely our best play, as we can spam Slack Off at this stage, as he can just sack his Manectric, or he can try and get some initiative. He's going to go into Sizzle, so that's Banded Sizzle, obviously, as we know already. Ampharos has had no turns of sleep, which is kind of terrifying with this Scissor right here, but I think a Banded Knockoff won't do too much to us, especially since we are defensive. So we're going to stay in an EQ here, as he actually is going to go for the Banded U-turn. Anything he goes out to here will basically die. If he goes out to Crest, I can go follow that with a Stone Edge, and Crest will go down. So he's going to go out to Drill, and that's going to die to an EQ. Awesome. That's perfect for us, actually, because now that Drill has gone down, I'm not at the range of dying to Mega Man. Azumarill will now die to Rocks upon entry. So that worked out better than expected. Knockoff won't be able to kill us, and we can just slack off here against any hit he goes for. Bug Bite does not kill us. We can slack off all that damage, and we can eat up Bug Bites all the day long. We're going to slack off again. He's going to Bug Bite again. And I think now with this slack off, we have got to the range of HP where we can heal. If we get 6% off, as he does 47. 47 will take us down to 40. Yeah, that should be enough. But is it worth it? It's really risky. I do want to actually... There's no point switching though, because Ampharos, I don't think Dragon resists Bug. I can't remember. But I think my best play is just slacking off one more time. As if he wants to switch, he can switch, but this basically ensures that I'm at full health when he goes for his next attack, and I can just fire off a free Earthquake now. There's no reason not to. Bug Bite is not a 2-hit KO on me, whereas Earthquake is a 2-hit KO on him, so now I can just slack off, stall him again until the point where he wants to just, you know... He's basically banking on a crit Bug Bite, but even if that happened, I get a free switch into Starmie, which will outspeed the Scizor, and I should then be able to take it out. So there is always that. I basically win with Hippo here, so there's no need to really play around. Manectric was doing about 50% with the HPI, so I want to get back up to that range of eating those up. Obviously, this is a bit of a risky game. I could honestly just go out to my Ampharos and sack it if I really wanted to, but I really lose nothing from playing this stupid, silly little stall game. I know it's not really my style, guys, and I know you probably don't appreciate it, I'm sorry, but when the time calls for it, sometimes you just have to do that, and so I'm going to go for one last slack off, because that's going to put us into the range of living Mega Manectric. He is going to go into Crest, we are going to slack off. Now, since he is in defensive Crest, I believe a Stone Edge should be enough to kill this thing. Unfortunately, Crest actually reveals to be faster than us, which is crazy. So Crest now getting up to a healthy amount of HP is a little bit spooky. Fortunately, we do actually have our Starmie in the back though, which with Natural Cure can deal with anything Crest goes for. And frankly, I just beat Crest now by clicking Scald and burning it. I'm going to Rapid Spin first though, because getting rid of my hazards is always nice, as I don't care if he T-Waves me, he's just going to Psychic, it's going to be absolutely nothing. I guess a Death Drop, which sucks, but I do have Recover, and all I really need to do here is get a Scald Burn. But what I'm going to do instead, because I can and because I have like no reason not to, I can just double out to my Mega Ampharos here. to eat up any hit he goes for, as he's going to double in Azu to sack it, which is really cool for me. Gives me a bit of a turn of advantage. He's going to go out to Mega Man here, whose HP Ice might be able to twit KO me, maybe. Obviously I have my Hippo in the back to deal with it, and then I think from there Starmie can just clean up. Yep, so we're just going to go for the Sleep Talk, because basically at this point HP Ice shouldn't kill us, and if we just get any attacking move, he dies. We get the Volt Switch, so down goes Mantric, which is awesome, because now we can just go back into Starmie, and basically bait in the Sizzle. He has to go Sizzle there. And then what we can just do is predict knockoff and go back out to Hippo. Pretty safe. He's going to crit U-turn, which doesn't really change anything, if I'm being honest. He just goes into Crest. There isn't much for Hippo left to do. Scizor is at 21%, so it can only come back in on rocks once. So I think our best play is just going straight into Starmie, predicting Ice Beam. Yeah. I don't think he's going to freeze. Yeah, he's not real enough to freeze us. As we do have the lefty, so we can definitely win this one-on-one. And all we have to do, really, guys, is hit a Scald Burn, and we win. He's obviously revealed his whole moveset. All we have to do is get a Scald Burn, and it's over. Like I said, Scizor, at the range that Hippo's at, though, Scizor can't beat that at the range Hippo's at. So we do definitely just win from here, because all we really need is for Starmie to stay in, catch a Scald Burn on this thing, and then we've got it. And Ampharos is basically a sack. If I ever feel like I'm getting a Spadef drop or anything from this crest, I can just sack Ampharos, bring Starmie back in if I need to, or just go out to Hippo. There's no real big deal. How long has this gone for? I feel like it's gone for a while. It's gone for quite a while. 17 minutes. So we'll probably just find one more battle after this, but we've definitely got this one in the bag. I'm not going to type GG or anything, because you don't know what kind of hacks could happen here, but he is taking his time. Not sure why. I guess he's trying to time us all. Maybe he's actually just going to forfeit here. I'm just going to pause until he actually makes a play. Did I press play again? I did. Okay, so immediately he makes a play, gets off the Thunder Wave, which doesn't matter because I am Natural Cure, and he only has 3 Moonlights left. So he's going to go and sack his Scizor. He's hoping I get fully parried here. I do, which is ridiculous that happened. That is so unfortunate for me, because I can potentially lose from here. I have to go into my Ampharos, as if he'd gone for Pursuit then I could have lost. But unfortunately for him, he went for Bug Bite. All I really have to do now is just go back into my Starmie, as if he was Scarf Sizzle there, that could be a problem. I don't think he is. I feel like he's banded, but I lose nothing from going to Hippo. Obviously I think he is banded because I am defensive Hippo when he's doing a ton of damage. But at this point I can just click EQ to kill the Scizor, as Bug Bite won't kill me. I can EQ to kill him. And the reason I'm doing this, guys, is because when Crest now comes back in, it means that if Starmie gets a Spadef drop or any kind of shenanigans, I can just heal up against him, as I don't want to give him a free kill on that. Hopefully I don't get frozen. Come on! Seriously, bro. You can't do this. I have Scald. It's fine. I thought out. I hope I crit you right now. You deserve it. Burn. He's just going to Psychic. If he gets a Spadef drop, this guy's insane. But yeah, from here it is GG, because Scald will be able to get the job done. So that was really close. The freeze really didn't matter. I forgot that I had Scald. But still, we are going to pull off a nice 2-0 victory there. Sucked losing Ferrothorn, because that would have been nice against Sizzle, but obviously didn't really matter too much, as we are almost in the 1400, which doesn't sound that impressive, but judging on how I haven't really been doing that much OU lately, it's not bad. My dog's barking. I don't appreciate that at all. Going to find one more battle with this team before we finish off this session, because I've been finding my sessions have been going for a bit too long. This guy's got a nice bulky Gara team. It doesn't appreciate defensive Ampharos one bit. His only real switch-ins to it, I guess, are Drill and possibly Mew. Fun fact, this Ampharos actually beats basically every Talonflame set. Specs Heatran is also really nice against his team, because Flash Cannon does a lot to everything. Flash Cannon resists a lot, but it also just is a way to beat T-Tar. I think he's going to lead T-Tar, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. And I see that as almost an opportunity to get a free Mega Evolution with Ampharos. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. As my mother is home, that is okay. Yeah, he goes T-Tar, so I can just Mega here. And go for that Volt Switch, as I'm assuming he is just going to go for rocks. He does. Cool. We can Volt Switch straight out of there. We don't have to deal with any shenanigans today. As our best player is probably just going into Heatran, because we are specs. We should be able to take him out, theoretically. We also have a Ferrothorn in the back that actually looks pretty nice right now as an option, because I could just Gyro Ball, or I can just Leech, actually, because I don't think... I really wish I had Protect here, in case he had Fire Blast, but then again, I do have a lot of Spadef into this thing, so I should be able to take any hit he goes for, and Leech Seed is definitely my best play. As he does reveal Fire Blast, it does way more than I thought it would. He's running max special attack T-Tar? That's crazy. That sucks, because we just lost our Ferrothorn, basically. But what we can do now is just double back into our Ampharos, as he actually doubles out to Mew. So that's kind of okay for us. I don't really know what Mew can do to me. As Mew probably has lefties. It does not, so it could be like Life Orb, some crazy stuff. I almost just want to sack Ferrothorn here, because I don't see a chance when I'm going to be able to get Ferrothorn up to a decent amount of HP. The only way maybe is if that's not D-Down's Gyarados, but let's be real people. Yeah, I think I want to sack Ferrothorn here, as Mew hasn't revealed an item. I don't think he's running Ice Beam, there's no way. That did nothing. Ampharos ate that. That did a lot to Mew, so that's offensive Mew, but probably means that he dies to a knockoff from Taunty, so I'm going to go into it. And basically what I'm going to do here, guys, is bait the prospect of dying to a knockoff to the Mew. Obviously he doesn't want to do that, so I'm just going to fire off a U-turn now. And for some reason he stayed in. Assuming he went for another Ice Beam for some unknown reason. But what I can just do here is go into my Ferrothorn and just sack it, to be honest. Yep. I'll let that thing die because I didn't really need it anymore. And then I can just go back into Taunty and just go for a U-turn. If he wants to keep Mew alive, he can. I can set up Rocks with Hippo, which will be really clutch later on. If for some reason he wants to keep Mew alive, it definitely just weakens it a lot. And he just loses his Taunty whenever. So he goes into Gara now, which is fine. I can get off a free U-turn. I actually think this Gara won't be carrying EQ, so this could be a good opportunity for my Ampharos to get off a rest. I am a bit worried, obviously, that the Gyarados could have the Taunt, but I think the best play still is going for rest here. I don't really lose much from doing it. Taunt could be a thing. I don't think he's running the EQ, though. I think he's running the D-Dance with Waterfall and Bounce. EQ is more suited to the Mega Gyarados because of Mold Breaker. As he does Bounce, as I can just get off a free rest here, which is phenomenal, because I will take nothing from that Bounce, and I can just Sleep Talk off here as he comes down. And if I can catch him now with a Volt Switch, that's perfect. Because I'm worth it, man. That could not have gone any better. And at this stage, how weak is T-Tar? 60%. Is that enough? I think I want to go into Starmie, because his best switch into a Starmie at this stage is looking like either Mew, even though it's weak, or his T-Tar. So if that's the case, I can just hit up the T-Tar with a Scald and bring it down to a range, I think, if I catch a burn, where I can go for Rapid Spin on the turn that it dies. Which should be pretty sweet. I don't really want to weaken my Starmie, but this is probably my best offensive play, because Mew comes in, it's obviously not Scarfed. It can't be Scarfed. If it was Scarfed, it would have outsped my Taunty. So I know I'm running enough speed on my Starmie to fire off a Scald and kill this thing, and that's definitely the play I have to make here. Mew has to go down, there's no other way. So that was basically just a wasted turn for him. He just lost a Pokemon for no reason. He is going to go T-Tar now, but I think with the bulk that I have, I should be able to take any T-Tar here, and I feel like Pursuit could happen. So I'm just going to Scald here, try and catch him with the burn. As obviously I don't want the sand being up too long for Drill. I unfortunately don't catch the burn, as he takes barely anything with that EQ. I'm just going to go for a Rapid Spin here, because if he kills me with T-Tar, I think I can bring him down to almost Rock's range. So I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin, as he might just go for a Crunch now. He actually goes for another EQ, so that's perfect for me, because now his T-Tar has to either switch or do something. As I'm just going to Scald, because... is that the best play? I do have Recover. I'm actually going to Recover here, predicting him not to go for Rocks. Because if he goes for Rocks, he goes for Rocks. No big deal. Yeah, he goes for EQ, that's fine. So now I'm actually at a better range of HP, and I can just fire off a Scald now, because I still will outspeed Drill after Sand. And I want to kill T-Tar now, because then his Sand turns are basically done and dusted. Yep, perfect. So Drill in the Sand is now not really going to happen, because Sand only has this one last turn here, so I can just go pretty safely into I actually really want to go into Taunty. I want to be aggressive here. Because at the end of the day, I do have Hippo for Lopunny, and Taunty doesn't really do much else for my team, and I really just want to predict him to go for the EQ here. So I'm going to go my Taunty. There's no reason for him not to go for EQ, as he does go for EQ, so that's perfect. Sand runs out, and what we can just do now is fire off a U-turn, and get a little bit of chip damage on this thing, and just go straight out into my Hippo. As obviously he's going to go for the Rock Slide, we can absolutely swallow that whole, as that does absolutely nothing. And what we can do now, which is definitely our best play, is just going for Rocks, as he shouldn't be able to do too much with Iron Head. Yeah, it doesn't do too much at all, as we unfortunately flinched. Dude, that's going to matter, maybe. If he gets one more flinch, that's going to matter. If not, we should be okay. Hopefully he doesn't get a flinch here, that'd be great. If he didn't, mate, perfect slack off time. So that's awesome. He's weakening himself right now. As we can take 2 Iron Heads again. As we're just going to go for the Rocks here on Lopunny, which is phenomenal. That couldn't have gone better. As I want to keep Hippo... Actually... Hippo's a problem, just because it keeps Sand up and makes Drill a threat. So I want to EQ this Lopunny. I don't care if he fakes out, he's just getting chip damage on him, so he's going to go for Power Up Punch, trying to set himself up, but... I'm just going to go for the EQ here because I need damage, and I think from there I should be able to eat up any hit Lopunny goes for. I'm pretty confident I can live. I'm hoping I can live an HJK. That's what I'm thinking is about to happen. I can live it. I can get off the EQ, and that should be GG. Because I'm going to sack my Hippo here to basically ensure that Sand doesn't get up and Drill doesn't sweep my team late game. Because at this stage, Drill and T-Flame basically lose to... he has to go for Rapid Spin here, so we're going to EQ. Actually, do we go for Rocks predicting Rapid Spin? I think we go for Rocks predicting Rapid Spin, because at this range, Extra Drill is going to die to my Talonflame anyway. Oh, sorry, my Starmie. So yeah, he goes for Iron Head to kill me. That's totally fine. If he wants to keep Rocks up and just lose, that's also cool. Because Starmie should definitely outspeed, because he's obviously Life Orb. I can just fire off a Scald. Goodbye, Drill. Nice knowing you, bro. And that just leaves a Talonflame, which isn't really too big of a deal, to be honest. Because I do have Ampharos in the back if anything crazy happens, but I'm pretty sure he's just banned a T-Flame. I just go for a Scald here, as he is probably banded. That does a good amount, I guess. But I do have a Heatran as well that was just chilling in the back, and I can just go pretty safely here. I'm really tempted to go for the Earth Power, actually, but Overheat is still my best play. As he does River Roost, damn, I really should have gone for the Earth Power predicting. But there you go, I'm Specs Heatran anyway, so it doesn't matter. Cool, he was offensive T-Flame, which is crazy. But we get to the 1400s, nice. So we're definitely climbing. I don't know if we'll go for top 10, because I'm meant to be doing top 10 in RU next. But we get 2 wins from 2 there, guys. I think that should be more than enough. Yeah, that's basically half an hour, which is just what I like to see. So thank you guys so much for watching this. This was a really cool little balanced team. Obviously, you can chuck a Ghost type on here if you want, if you really want to stop that Rapid Spin, but most teams these days are running Latios as a defogger, so maybe a Bisharp might be a better fit. I guess you replace Heatran with the Bisharp, because you do already have Starmie and Ampharos as special attackers, plus, pardon me, Taunty as a mixed attacker. Only issue with that idea is that you are still a bit vulnerable to fighting types, and Starmie isn't the best fighting counter. Hippo is okay, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more cool videos like this, make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment. Always love your thoughts. Let me know if the mic quality was better, because I have the new one in now, and if you enjoy the webcam quality. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh my god. Keep being PokePals. I do get 29. Sign